what it's about. That shade. You got clout, let me hear what it's about. That shade. Without a doubt, this that season of a cloud. That shade.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Thaddeus Shade. You are watching, and listening to Seasonable Clout. And I am here to finally do something I've always wanted to do, which is just to gab about my Golden State Warriors. I am here. I'm here. I'm going to do it. We rocking and rolling now. Let's do this. So, being a fan of Golden State, being a big fan of Steph Curry, going through that Houston Rockets series was very much like going down to your local gas station, saying, I just want to get something to drink from the local gas station. It's right down there. Maybe it's QT, Circle K, whatever it is. You wouldn't just go down there and get your little drink from your closest gas station. You get there and you're going inside, and you come outside, and then the federal agents just pull up and they say your name, say you're under arrest. They take you to Rikers out of nowhere. You're just going straight to Rikers. Say you in Utah. The first thing they do is put you on the plane, take you straight to Rikers or Guantanamo Bay. That's what it was like watching that series. It's brutal. As a Warriors fan, you like, leave Steffi alone. But this is Thaddeus Shade. This is Seasonable Clout. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. Here comes the applause. Thank you. Thank you. I know, it's me. It was prison. It was Rikers. It was Alcatraz. It was Leavenworth. It was yard basketball. But I loved it. Oh, I just saw that Game 7, the Rockets, the most viewed since 2009. It's the Steph Curry effect. It's the Draymond effect. I give Steph Curry most of the credit, but you cannot deny that the menace, Draymond the Menace, is not a big part of that, regardless of what people say online, regardless of maybe what Adam Silver's had to do in the past. Brother box office because he played with his heart. And at the same time, you know, he's the guy that if you bring over to your house, you love him to death, but you also put all your valuables up. You know, not saying he's like that in real life. I'm just saying the way he plays the game, you love him to death. He'll do anything for you. But you know what? I just got this necklace. I'm going to tuck it away somewhere safe. Because you never know. And as a Warriors fan, you watch Draymond, you're like, oh Lord, he about to explode. And you just watch. You're like, come on, baby. Come on, baby. The sun's getting low, big fella. The sun's getting low, big fella. And then you'd be like, oh, he calmed down. Because that's what he did all Game 7. He lost it one time. Fred VanVleet, he caught him in the chops. And Fred VanVleet went 7 yards back. And Draymond was like, man, he fouled me. But Draymond also did 3 different martial arts moves in a foul. And we was like, but as Warrior fans, we live and die with Draymond. Because you know he going to leave it all the way the fuck out there. Everything is out there on the floor. And you love it. You love his defense. You love his mind games. You love his no nonsense. I don't give a fuck. You love it. If he was on your team, you'd love it too. Now, people be like, oh man, I've heard commentators say, oh man, if you had Dillon Brooks on your team, you'd love him. No, not really. Because there's some inconsistencies with Dillon Brooks. Everybody on the Rockets played fantastic to me. And I know Dillon Brooks was hitting shots, but Psych Ward Dillon gets no love from me because I believe that if you're not careful, he's a guy that can injure people, which we've seen with Gary Payton, because there's over the line. And then there's hitting with a trank. We're going to put him in a padded room line. That's what Dillon is to me. But regardless, he was the one hitting shots for Houston pretty consistently, even until, Vliet out of nowhere just channeled Ray Allen and just was hitting shots after shots after shots. But Game 7, that all belongs to Buddy Hield in a way, because I know he had 33. I know he had 9 of them tray balls. I know he had 9 of them things. But Steph playing defense, rebounding, assisting. He assisted on half of Buddy Hield's threes. He was, hold on, let me hit that because we don't need to be hearing that. He was doing everything. You know about the hockey assist. You know how he gets the offense rolling. You know the F5. The F5 get to going. Folks in trouble. Once the F5 get to growing, to going, folks in trouble. And what I mean by the F5, you ever seen the movie Twister, 1996, Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt, one of my favorite movies of all time, from Kansas City, Missouri. So tornadoes are, a part of the Midwest. But you can do everything you want to do. You can have a preparation. You can have a plan. You can try to execute that defensive plan. You can try to execute that plan. But when that tornado hits, you're like, we're going to go down in the shelter. We're going to bolt this door. We're going to hold out till the tornado's done. But when it's an F5, which is exactly what Stephanie Snipes is, your plans may go out the window. Because he puts a lot of pressure on the defense. You're bending, you're running, you're going through screens, you're grabbing, you're holding, you're kicking, you're biting, you're headlocking, your people's elbowing. You're doing all these things, and you keep bending, and I think he just breaks you because he's a nonstop force. They don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Offensively, there's nobody in my years of watching basketball, and I don't think even before my years of understanding basketball has anybody been such a fucking headache defensively like Steph Curry. I'll say it, nobody. And I don't even like to talk about Kobe Bryant because it's my favorite player of all time. I don't even like to bring up Bean, but nobody causes havoc and causes chaos, confusion, destruction, heartache, bullet straight to the temple of the dome like Steph Curry. And Amon Thompson is hooping, man. He's been playing great defense all series. Fred VanVleet was holding all series, man. He playing great holding defense all series, man. But he's stalky. He got that size on him. You're just not gonna move Vleet out the way. And Vleet gonna hold you up. Vleet like to he was giving hugs to Steph all series. I like to hug Steph. Steph got a warm body. I'm going to hug him. That's Vleet. Listen, eventually you slip. And breaking could mean slipping. Like you just slip one time, you get a shot up, Steph misses or make. It's still terroristic. You get nervous. You're shook. The shot is up. He was open for a split second. It goes in or out. And you're like, fuck, if it goes in, it really puts a lot of pressure on you. But I already knew. I told my boy KB, I was like, we was texting back and forth. I said, man, that first half belongs to Buddy. Keeping everything together, keeping us on the board. Steph doing everything else. Draymond doing everything else. Butler doing everything else. And I was like, all these guys need to do, come second half, continue. All you got to do is continue to take shots, drive to the lane, be aggressive. Draymond continue to drive to the lane, be aggressive. Buddy Hield continue to shoot your threes. Hit, miss, or make. Butler continue to do what you do. Pods, if you got a chance, drive it, shoot it, keep shooting it. Because Buddy Hield was softening him just enough to where I'm like, they going to start to slip. They going to start to make mistakes. And that's what happened, especially in the fourth quarter. 5 points out the gate. I said, it's coming, bro. And you could see every time the Warriors would grab a rebound, Steph would run and grab that ball. Give me that ball. And you could just tell, I now have full control of the orchestra. Making them dance. Puppeteer, puppet master. I am doing these things, man. And it's a beautiful thing to see, just strictly from a basketball standpoint, because I just never see anything like it. And it just continues to get better and better as he gets older. And I know it's going to start to decline, but it's just a beautiful thing, to watch teams look and 2 people go with him, 3 people go with him. There's an easy slip. There's an easy dunk. There's an open 3. And, an open 3 with a pump, drive, kick. He done moved. You chasing after him. Now somebody else got an open 3 on the swing. It's just constant chaos, and it's beautiful to watch. And that's why I think that shit's it's going to bleed right over to the Timberwolves because you just came off this grueling series, and I know people are picking Timberwolves because the Warriors just came off that tough ass series, that very Rikers Island series, and there's going to be some fatigue, and I think you're going to see this game one particular. Steve Kerr is going to go more to his bench to conserve minutes. You're going to see Santos. You're going to see more Post. You're going to see more Looney. You're going to see more Moody. And you're going to try to keep it as close as possible. And that's what I believe in any series with Golden State. As you know, anytime I've been watching them in the playoffs, that team is built for close. Keeping it close, keeping it close, keeping it close. 5-5-8, 8-5. 10-8, 10-8, 10-12. Back down to 8, 8-5, 5-8, 8-5. Stand within striking distance. Wearing teams down. Wearing teams down. So I think you'll see a lot more of the bench to try to conserve the legs of Butler, Draymond, and Jimmy. I don't think Minnesota is close to what the Rockets provide when it comes to defense. And being disciplined on their defense, I don't think the Wolves are going to have. And they got great defenders, Alexander, McDaniels, Chenzo. I think these are guys who play hard. McDaniels with the length, plays with an edge, plays with an attitude. You know Anthony Edwards plays with the edge, with attitude, and would welcome the challenge to guard Steph for the full game. But it's not smart. I actually think Golden State sometimes will hunt for that just to put some miles on Anthony Edwards on his body. Don't matter much. He's 23 years old. Don't matter. Ant is here, man. Let's tell you something. Ant is here. Imagine Adam Silver. Let me talk about Ant-Man real quick. Ant-Man. So imagine Adam Silver. He's like, man, I'm going to have this great, great, beautiful Christmas party. And all my friends and my family are invited. This is a personal Christmas party at my big old house. And everybody can come over to my house. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have some food. We're going to do, would they be having those, damn, I can't think. They doing shots of them off they thumb and shit. I can't think of the caviar shots. We're doing caviar shots. We're going to do what the young people doing on TikTok. We're going to have a great time in my house. Adam Silver having a great party at his house. Everybody come over. And then he got the catering and everybody come over dressed beautifully and nice and the holiday music is playing. And he's like, he told the people that was setting up the food, he said, I want a specific type of champagne. I want a specific type of champagne. And they said, we're going to get you that specific type of champagne. And everybody over there having a good time. And he said, hey, everybody, we're going to raise our glasses. I'm going to bring out a certain type of champagne first. They're going to go around. They're going to pour the champagne. And as soon as they come out with the champagne, it's not champagne. It's Hennessy. And they dropping a little bit of sugar in the Hennessy for everybody. And everybody like, is this Hennessy? The fuck is this? That's what Anthony Edwards is. That's what Anthony Edwards is to Adam Silver. He's Hennessy with some sugar in it. Because he about to be stuck with that dude as the face of the NBA, and I love it because he deserves to be it. Even if he don't want to be it, he deserves to be it. The boy is box office, is Stephen A. was his box office. It's everything about Anthony Edwards I enjoy. But you're not about to beat Steph. That's just my call. But I'm telling you, the man's box office. I think he's definitely the face of the league. Everything about Ant is fun to watch. The way he talks shit, the way he come to the games. He come to the games dressed as if he just got done with one of his side chicks. He's like, shit, I got 20 minutes to get to the game. Watch out. Get off me. I got to get there. You know what I'm saying? And he go outside with one sock on, one slide on, one shoe on, one sock off, and he getting his ride and he pull up to the game. And he confused why everybody looking at him. I'm here to play ball. I'm here to hoop. I'm here to bust my ass. They say, well, Ant, you got some draws hanging out your sweats. He said, oh, this is one of my side chicks. You know, I was over there cheat tripping because I had to leave to come to the game. I got to bust some ass. That's what Ant, I love Ant for that. I don't even know if Ant know what a suit is because the motherfucker don't fashion. Nigga, I come comfortable. I got to bust ass. I ain't coming here to walk down the runway. I'm here to bust ass. I'm here to do work. That's why I love Ant, man. Relentless too. But he running into a very good defense. 4 guys, and I'm including Steph on the starting lineup. You don't mind, depending on who they start. 4 guys for sure. I don't mind Moody being there. I don't mind Pies being there. I don't mind Steph being there. I don't mind Draymond being there. I don't mind Butler being there. He gonna eat though. He gonna eat, but we don't mind it. We don't mind it at all. See, stationary guys are more easy to guard to me. That's what I learned. Like, as great as James Harden is, especially in his heyday, I just thought, like, it's easier for defenses just to see you walking the ball up and you doing your thing. It's easier. There's not a lot of confusion. There's not a lot of screens. You get like a simple screen. You could take the switch or you could not take the switch. You can hedge it and pop back out. You know what I'm saying? The guy can pop back out. And that's probably what Golden State's going to do with Edwards. I know they're going to try to hunt for Steph, which I don't think it's the same game plan that you should do outside of trying to wear him down. It's not like you're going to score every time. I think he plays fantastic defense now. His hands are active. He's built bigger. He doesn't mind the contact, obviously. Thank you, Houston, for proving my point. But seeing your threat in front of you, I think is easier on a defense. You have to be more great to be a great defense when they just see you, when you're not putting them in enough tough situations. So when I see you walk the ball up, there's my threat. When I see you take a light screen to come off and catch the ball on the wing, there's my threat. More action is catching a down screen under the rim, catching in the post, and attack. But 9 times out of 10, that's not what teams do. You can see them coming. That's why I feel like Steph is such a nightmare. He's at F5. You can see me coming. You cannot see me coming. You can kind of see me coming. You won't see me coming at all. A headache, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute headache. And I think the Warriors will be able to rebound the ball better. The Rockets had a ton of athletic guys. These guys, tall, jumping out of the gym. Then you add Şengün. Then you add Adams. I'm not talking about just jumping out, but just big guys who go after the rebound. That's not the case. I love McDaniels. I love Alexander. You know, I never wish we let go of Chins, though. I fucks with Chinsy. I fucks with Ant-Man. Always love Mike Conley. Rudy Gobert. You know. So I'm not really worried about rebounding. I think Warriors can get back to being a very good rebounding team like they were during the season. Before and after Jimmy Butler got there, we rebounded the ball really well. We team rebound really well. We play small, we invented small, we play small, and we rebound really well. But against the Rockets, we was getting killed. We was getting killed. I don't think that's going to be the same. Randall been playing out of his mind, which I love to see. Randall been playing out of his mind, but I got guys in front of him that I absolutely enjoy. I think there'll be moments where he'll catch some smaller guys on the block and do work, but Randall going to have to work. Randall going to have to guard. And throughout that season series between the Wolves and the Warriors, Randall was getting ate alive. Steph was grabbing forks. He was grabbing knives. He was stabbing, and he was cutting. I'm eating. I ain't doing nothing but eating. I ain't doing nothing but eating. Gobert, I'm going to eat. So Randall's going to have his work cut out for him. Gobert going to have his work cut out for him. There's going to be a ton of pressure for those guys to really knock down shots. Naz Reid, I will say this. Naz Reid. Boy, that's an X factor to me, man. I can't stand that dude. Love him to death as a basketball player, but he be throwing daggers at the Warriors. He just finds a way to hit tons of shots and finish at the rim. And I hope he has the same type of series he had against the Lakers. Please, Naz Reid, as a Warriors fan, please find a way to be subpar. Please try to be pedestrian for me. Just be pedestrian for me. Walk across the street, get a J ticket, be pedestrian for me, please. But Steph would eat Naz Reid alive throughout this series. It was they played the Wolves. Warriors played 4 times. Warriors won 3 of those times. And even before the Jimmy Butler trade, Steph was eating, particularly against the Wolves. He was eating well. It was gluttony. No fasting. It's gluttony. He was eating well against the Wolves. In playoff mode, I expect similar activity with more balance of understanding how to reserve the tank. Because I don't think there's any blowouts. I think these games will be tight, still physical. There'll be more explosions in these games. Definitely more exciting things happening in this game. Because you got Ant-Man, you got Steph, you got Draymond, Rudy Gobert. You got Butler back in a familiar place where he once was. You're going to see more explosive activity. But things that I'm watching for is definitely Ant-Man versus the Warriors defense. I think that's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts, because that's what makes you like that A1 superstar, is how you adjust and then how you bring your others along with you. That's A1 superstar to me. Not just star or superstar. I like to tag people with superstar. But A1 superstar, face of the league type of stuff is how you adjust and then bring the rest of your crew with you to adjust with you and to win games and close games. Excuse me. Ant is the Kingslayer, and he has taken out LeBron. He has taken out KD. Excuse me. He takes out Steph, who not only am I going to be hurt, but I'm going to be impressed. And like I said, that's the face of the league to me. That's Hennessy with sugar at an Adam Silver Christmas party, because Adam Silver don't want it. He looking around. I said, man, I'll take anybody. He won't take the shooter in Memphis, but I'll take anybody. Please don't let it be Ant-Man. My God, don't let it be Ant-Man. And it's Ant-Man all the way. But just gotta wait. You just gotta wait. Do. Man, Chenzo McDaniels really got to try to limit Steph. I just don't. It's not going to be the same type of physical. I think McDaniels is a long wingspan, but the ability to jump and contest ain't there. Chenzo is fast, plays hard. The ability to jump and contest properly to really give Steph trouble is not there the same as Houston. I like everybody on the boards. Looney, Post, Draymond, Butler. I think Steph is a fantastic rebounding guard. So is Chenzo, but fantastic rebounding guard. I think they corral rebounds really well. But it is by no means this is going to be easy for either team. And I think the Warriors are winning 6. I don't know if they get game 1 tonight. I'm 50-50, but game 2, I really do believe they can get. If the bench comes tonight and they play decent, and we had a fantastic bench all year in the playoffs, they, partly because, the rotation shrink and Steve was moving motherfuckers around. Steve was like, shit, I got to find somebody that could do something. I'm trying to play him. I try to play JK for like 2 minutes. Please, hopefully JK get more minutes than 2.5 seconds. Please let him get some minutes. And then he's trying to move people around, trying to see who's working. Oh shit, Post ain't working right now. I got to move this person around. So he's doing all this stuff. But I think this series, he can play more guys. I think those guys can be more effective in this series, because you got to be Steph, Jimmy, and Dre. You got to have that type of Pods too. I give Pods was broke as shit. And I mean, me living back home in Kansas City broke. Like we ain't got no money. We poor. There's cockroaches all over. That's how broke Pods was. Couldn't buy a bucket game 7, but he is fearless, charges, willing. Hey, if I got to foul you, I'm going to foul you, but I'm going to play hard. He play hard. So you got to have that mentality when you playing Rockets. You got to be absolute dogs. And you can see there was moments when motherfuckers confused and nervous and scared when it came to Golden State, because the Rockets is nothing but pit bulls. They ain't nothing but they pit bulls with shoelaces as leashes. So most pit bulls in the hood, when you see them, they either got chains around their necks or you got to have a spike collar with a real leash. You can't just have no shoestrings. But them boys is pit bulls with shoestrings around their neck. You trying to hold them with shoe. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that same mentality. And I think that's not going to happen. You need to, you still got to have a lot of grit. You got to have a lot of heart. You got to be willing to dive on the floor. You're not playing a slouching team in the rules. But what you just came from, Alcatraz 2.0, Rikers Islands in Houston, what you just came from to this is a totally different defense. They play good defense, but that ain't what you just saw. And I think people will see that. And I think that'll be the difference, because the Warriors just came off of that grueling defense, and you're going to instantly feel that the pressure they're applying, the defense, the grabbing and the holding that they're applying ain't nothing what you just came from. And that's going to start to get in their heads, and they're going to realize that they can get to their spots. They can shoot their shots. They can shoot their floaters. I feel like Pods can get to the lane better. Even though they got Gobert in there, I feel like there's going to be a point where the Wolves are going to have to remove him, because they're going to be slicing and dicing him. They're going to be moving and shaking. They're going to be wearing folks down. I think guys can get to their shots. I think guys can shoot more with less pressure on them playing the Wolves than when you were playing the Rockets, because the motherfuckers made you pay on the run. You shoot a three, it's a long rebound, they gone, it's a dunk, it's a layup. Then they back with tons of pressure. I don't think this will be the same in this Wolves and Warriors season. I'm expecting fireworks, but I expect the Warriors to win in 6. If we get game 1, be careful. Oh, if we get game 1 tonight. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Because I think we can get game 2. But if we get game 1 tonight, y'all better be prepared for some motherfucking malarkey that start to happen in game 2. Because I'm telling you right now, we can get game 1. We going to hunt for game 2. Them boys is different. Steph, Dre, and Butler. Them boys is different. They done learned. The Rockets done taught the Warriors a lot. Them prove to themselves they can handle some real brutality. I am Thaddeus Shade. This is Seasonable Clout, my Warriors breakdown, and I'll be doing it again after the game. I'll be doing it as long as the Warriors are making their run. I wish I was doing this more earlier, but I'm doing it now. So I'm also going to be doing the Thunderbolts review, because I love the movie, but I'm going to be the Thunderbolts review. I'm also be dropping my full episode of Seasonable Clout, which is an hour long. So please subscribe, like, share, do those things for me. I love you. Peace. Have a good day. Oh, Jesus.
Man, you come right out of a comic.
Oh, Jesus. I have been on a Starbucks strike when it comes to tea, because these motherfuckers ain't got no honey. And I know about a month ago I was complaining about these some bitches not having no honey. These some bitches still ain't got no honey. I said it again. These some bitches still ain't got no honey. They ain't got no honey, man. I go there, they ain't never got no honey. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own medicine balls at the house, because I don't really drink tea, but I would tear a medicine ball up. I said, I'll make my own tea at the house. So then I go, right? And I'm like, okay, what is a medicine ball, right? I go look, and it's, what is that shit? It's like it's Tijuana, I don't know, Tijuana. I know that's where you get marijuana.